I've often thought it's interesting how there's a difference between good lore and good world building. And it seems like if you look at a IP like Lord of the Rings, for example, Lord of the Rings is an amazing story. It's all about Gandalf and Frodo and hobbits going off on a grand adventure to save the world. And it's a really detailed world based off of that story. But the thing is, it is just a story. It has a beginning, it has a middle, it has an end. And then you look at a IP like Elder Scrolls. And if I said, well, what is an Elder Scroll? Elder Scroll is really a fragment of time. It's a story which exists as one outcome of an infinite number of them which exist. Essentially, each player playthrough is one Elder Scroll, one story that exists in a infinite universe of possibilities. And I don't know that all of the lore in the Elder Scrolls necessarily matters too much to me. There's a lot of quests, especially in Elder Scrolls Online, which I really don't care too much about. I'll play through them here and there. Some of them I like, some of them I forget. Some of them I play through and I don't even really know what happened. You're just kind of going through the motions. To say that every quest in Elder Scrolls is in some way terrific or extraordinary or life-changing would be a complete and utter stretch. And yet, there's something about the Elder Scrolls which has grabbed me and made me feel like Tamriel is home. And the reason is because the Elder Scrolls really isn't a story. It's a place. Sure, there's stories told by players every day, experiencing quests of all different sorts. But really, all of those quests, all of that lore exists so that players can make Tamriel their home. That's really what it's all about. It's all world building. So that when you play the games, you have a sense of place. You have a sense of understanding of what the significance of all of the different locations in the game are. But there really is no other place that, just makes it seem like you can live there. You can play some Oblivion, you can play some Skyrim, you can explore all those different places, or you can play some Elder Scrolls Online, and it's just a fun place to run around and be present in the world. And it's fun to know other people have shared that experience too. So when you talk about what's going on in the game, other people have experienced that too. You can talk about the lore and the questions of how the world came to be, and other players are going to take an interest in that and know. See, it all winds up being personal. And that's what separates a game like that from so many other really cool games that exist. Most of the other cool games that exist are stories. You could play Tomb Raider, you could play Assassin's Creed. ultimately those are just stories. It's kind of like reading a book. You play through it, and now you know the story, which is a cool story. But it's not really your story. It's not really a place for you to call home. And it's not really so much a shared experience in the same way as something like Elder Scrolls Online, where you can go to a city square and see other players who are idling there, even if you don't talk to them. Just knowing that they're there too, hanging around, decorating their houses, checking out their bank or their trading guild, whatever it might be. That sense of a shared experience in a shared place with a sense of geography that is really about the size of an entire continent. It's pretty amazing to be able to be part of that, especially with the resurgence of Elder Scrolls related excitement as Oblivion Remastered has invigorated the community, and the rumors of an Elder Scrolls 6 at least being in serious development helps us know that the roadmap for Elder Scrolls is healthy for years to come. But I think it's interesting to make a distinction, though, between stories and places, between good lore and good world building. Because even if you didn't like every quest in Elder Scrolls, you could still be really enamored of all of the different nuances and stories and bits of lore which have come together to create a deep backstory to a fictional world. Deep enough that people make hours-long lore videos deep diving into all of the happenings throughout the history of the Empire. Pretty cool to be part of that. And, you know, I talk about the importance of not being an island, of connecting with other people. And I think sometimes there's also importance in understanding that micro connections, if you will, small connections, can be meaningful. It doesn't mean that you're necessarily going out with somebody, or you're, you know, going to do a group activity with them, or they're your close friends or anything like that. It might just be you're part of a community of other people who are like-minded in a very passive sort of way. Maybe you say hi to somebody in Discord. Maybe you say hi to somebody in an in-game chat. Maybe it's just connecting with people by watching the YouTube videos of content creators and feeling like you're connected to something that you share their interest with, and being able to kind of go back and forth in the comments about things. It all adds up to being part of a community, and I think a big part of gaming is all about that sense of community. It's not just about having a game that you play to waste some of your time with. It's not just about being able to log in and disconnect from the world and not talk to anybody about it. Part of the experience is the joy of being able to bond with other people, even if it's in a small way, so that we can all say, you know what, we're part of this shared experience. This is not one person's world. It's our world. We're in this together. And finally, isn't that exactly the kind of attitude that we would want if the world is going to become a better place? We want people to have that attitude. We're all in this together. Maybe if we can all come together, united in virtual spaces, we can also do a better job of coming together in physical spaces to understand that the world will always be a better place if we realize that we're all in it together. As always, best wishes on your adventure. Till next time, thanks so much for watching.